Welcome, everyone. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about construction AI. And so, before we get started, I just want to give a short introduction to myself. My name is Corey Fisk, and I'm the founder of Construction Management Online, which is a construction knowledge curriculum based program to be able to teach you everything you need to know about construction, especially that you won't find in a textbook. So my background consists of starting out as a laborer during the summers, really with no intention to go into construction. I was simply just trying to earn some really good money for college. But when I came back from college, I realized that my student loans were higher than the annual income that I would be making in the job that I was going to be going into. And so I went back to work after getting my degree out on the job site. I did that for about 2 years until I was given an opportunity to be able to come into the office and be a field engineer and mentor under an assistant construction manager. And that's when my life changed. I no longer had dreams of going and breeding the perfect barrel racing horse and being in the equine industry. Instead, I learned to love everything about construction. My dad had been in construction, and so it was an easy transition for me to be able to align with some of the language and some of the rough and tough that goes out on the job site. And my mom was a school teacher. And so when I had my own two boys and needed to find time to be on their schedule, becoming a construction teacher was the ideal fit for me. And so, in doing that, I've really seen it as an opportunity to be able to learn everything that there is about this wonderful industry. And one of the things that I've seen is that there are tremendous opportunities everywhere. And so, I know a lot of people talk about not having to go to college for a certification or degree. I'm a college professor, so I'm not going to tell you not to go to college. But what I do see is, really understanding your own capabilities and your own skill sets and being able to value that and assess that to determine what and where you need to go to address certain skills that you're going to need to move up the ladder. I will tell you that 70% of my students in the college classroom at community college are over the age of 40. And the reason being is because that they have been told that they need a certification or a degree in order to be able to move into a management position. Now, the reason for this isn't because they don't know what they're doing. They have hands on experience and they have tremendous understanding of the construction process and what it takes to build something. But sometimes that doesn't always translate into being able to manage people and to be able to manage the construction process. We all kind of just want to step in and do it ourselves instead of being able to mentor, lead, and train others to be able to do the work. Well, today I'm talking about a really interesting topic. Now, I know some of you are going to be like, oh, this AI thing, I know it's coming. I have to learn about it. Well, that attitude right there is going to put up roadblocks. That's going to help make it really hard for you to learn what this tool is going to be able to do for you. And so I want to hopefully be able to bring some light into the situation so that you're not taking away the humanistic investment that you have into your construction projects, but just recognizing that it's a tool and it's a tool that needs a human. And you're going to be surprised, but it needs a human with a lot of construction experience. So, although there are entry level opportunities where we can use ChatGPT or other AI generated technology, being able to have a clear understanding of the processes and the procedures that are necessary to create a successful construction project are going to be some of the same interpretations and perceptions that you use when directing and managing your AI to do what you want it to do. So, what I wanted to do today is just really, first and foremost, put the alarm out there. It's not going to take your job, but you better understand it. You better understand its capabilities and what it can do. Look, I'm not going to go write uh, code for AI agents. Like, that is not my mind. My mind is not going to be able to analytically and black and white put something together that's going to create an AI agent that's going to solve all of your problems. However, many of you are going to have the construction experience that is going to be necessary for you to know how to manage AI agents and what other people are creating in order for you to be able to use it as a tool for the successful management of your project. And so, what would that look like? It would look different depending on which role you're going to be taking on your job site. So, if you're a laborer, do you need AI? Uh, I don't know if you need it, but if we're a company that's trying to keep collaboration and involvement and develop the pipeline of employees that we're going to be promoting through the years, the earlier you introduce opportunities of ChatGPT, the sooner that you're going to be able to start molding your brain and allowing your brain to exercise in this new skill set that it's trying to create and develop. Look, as we get older, we accept less, right? So our mind is not as flexible or as pliable as we would like it to be. And so some of these technologies are going to be moving really, really fast. And so we have to be able to start stepping into it slowly and practicing it in order for us to become more aware of how it's going to create efficiencies and productivities in our life. So, as a laborer, I would encourage, especially those laborers who might not have a lot of experience and were just using their brute strength to be able to get through the day, using ChatGPT as an opportunity to understand the order of precedence of work for the scope of work that's going to be taking place that day, being able to design a safety talk that they're responsible for the Monday morning tailgate, being able to include them and introduce them to this tool is going to be able to start opening up that creative side of us that we all have as children when we have, those imaginary friends and we're building out our fort or we're creating things. Those have been taken from us in the current workforce of staying focused on production and being able to be, this is how it's going to be done and this is what we need to do. It's taken away that creativity aspect of us trying to kind of really discover and have curiosity like a child asking questions. And this is what AI is going to be for us. But more importantly, it needs our experience of our assessment of the current situation, our assessment of understanding what's happening behind the curtain. And so all of these are going to be why we need you and why AI needs us. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing is through the summer, I'm offering an introduction to how AI is going to create efficiency, productivity, which equals profitability for you and your company. Being able to focus on small and mid-sized companies who normally feel disadvantaged because they don't have the opportunity to compete with the big boys. But AI is going to change all of that. And it literally is going to open up your opportunities to be able to create the same competitive edge that those big companies have. So I figured out a little bit technology myself, so we can jump right in. I just want to show you an example of something that can happen. So let's say, for instance, that I'm a superintendent on a job site, and I'm like, AI is not for me, just let me manage my project. But what happens if there's a delay in the project? And so, in that delay, we really need to be able to document and make sure that everyone understands that we're on the same page. So, by using very short sentences, very clear punctuation and documentation, I'm going to ask for some help. Now, normally I would write a letter, and that letter might take me about 35 minutes to an hour to make sure that I've worded it properly and I have all of the points that I want to put into it. But instead, let's try Chat GPT. Okay. So right now I've just put a sentence or two in here. I'm just letting ChatGPT know that I'm a superintendent for a construction plumbing company, period. There is a delay in the work that is costing me money, period. I need a coordinated effort from the general contractor and the client to make sure the electrician completes their work by Friday, or I will have to charge more. So I'm going to put my cursor right over the entry and hit enter. And so here's a message. In this message, it has a subject line. The subject line states, request for immediate coordination to avoid plumbing delay costs. Hi, general contractor and client. I hope this message finds you well. I wanted to bring to your attention a time-sensitive coordination issue that's directly affecting the progress and cost of our plumbing work on site. At present, we're unable to proceed with our scheduled scope due to pending electrical work in key areas. Without electrical completion by end of Friday, our team will be delayed, resulting in additional labor and equipment standby costs that were not accounted for in the original estimate. I want to emphasize that we're fully committed to staying on schedule and delivering quality control. However, in the event the site is not ready for us to proceed by Friday, we will need to implement a change order to account for the added cost associated with extended timelines and efficiencies. I'm asking for your support in coordinating a focused effort to ensure the electrician completes their portion by Friday so we can stay aligned with the project schedule and budget. Please let me know if a coordination call or site walk would be helpful. We're ready to collaborate however needed to resolve this smoothly. Thank you for your attention and partnership. Now, I could always go back in and really try to massage this or correct anything on it that I might not like. And so I know I can copy and paste this onto a letter on a Word document and then put in anything if I wanted to be very specific about the electrical delay or if I wanted to just go further into what this cost is. And what I can also do is I can continue building on this that I currently have. So I could say, um, can you please add the electrical scope that is delaying includes And then I'm going to tell it only to address the letter to the general contractor. And so now it is creating another letter or the same letter but extended. So by being able to immediate coordination needed, high general contractor, I'm reaching out to bring attention to a critical delay. At this point, we're unable to proceed. Specifically, installation of conduit wire fixtures and switches in the area we need to access. Without completion by end of Friday, this will result in an additional unplanned cost with an estimated minimum impact of $2,500. These costs will not be accounted for via a change order, or excuse me, these costs will need to be accounted for via a change order if this issue is not resolved within specified time frame. Now I'm just going to show you one other little thing, Mr. Superintendent. So um, can you create a daily report from the above information for May 30th? Okay, so it's identifying work performed today. Plumbing team was on site, ready to proceed. Limited productive work performed due to dependency on completion of electrical rough-in. Issues encountered: conduit installation, wire pulls, light fixtures, and switch placements. This scope directly conflicts with our ability to proceed. The impact: plumbing crew partially idle due to area access limitations. An estimated impact of $25 per day past Friday, May 31st. Potential change order will be submitted. Action required: general contractor to coordinate with the electrician, requesting confirmation and coordination. Next steps: follow up, monitor electrical progress, standby schedule adjustments, and awaiting confirmation and remedial plan from the general contractor. Okay, so I don't know. That was just done in about, say, 5 minutes. How would that feel if you were a superintendent who had the ability to be able to make that happen? Now, I don't have to copy and paste and use it word for word. I can include or take out whatever I want from that, but see the value in being able to use this as a tool. And this is just one AI generative tool. There are many that are out there, many that are coming into play. And so, what I've done is taken my experience in construction and tried to identify and spend my time learning about all of this so that you don't have to. I'm able to then summarize for you how you're going to be able to implement this into your work and really just provide some confidence around understanding how to use these tools in order to be able to expedite your work. Now, I also like this for small business owners, right? It's like having 10 personal assistants right at your fingertips to be able to work on different things. And of course, there are much more advanced ways of using this. But again, you can't start in kindergarten and move into your senior year of high school. It takes baby steps, it takes practice. And that's what all of this is going to really be about. So, with that being said, what I wanted to offer you today is just for you to be aware of AI and how it can help you. If you're wanting just to get your feet wet and try to understand what this whole thing is about and you don't want to get left behind, then I've prepared for you a free ChatGPT prompt book, but this really is just to get your own mind moving in the understanding of how to create prompts that are going to help you in your daily work. And then I've given a small mini course to walk you through how to create an account, how to be able to then start using the prompts. And so this is for the individual who's just really kind of curious about what's going on in the AI world so you don't get left behind. For those construction companies who want to collaborate and coordinate their construction teams, I want to be able to offer a 4-hour workshop. I feel like this workshop really needs to be in person. This is, we're already on computers, we're already putting the information into the computer. Being able to have the energy in the room where we're all talking about construction and getting excited about different aspects of what this tool is going to do for us, I think is a really important aspect. So it will require me to be there in person. I'm going to be doing this on Thursday afternoons in your office. I want as many people on your team, up to 10, that we can get into a room to be able to work on this. And I want them to bring real problems and real scenarios from your job sites so that we can learn how to use this, but then we can take practical application through the workshop and be able to really address things that are going on in the daily lives of your employees. So, if you think that this is something that you would be interested in, I would love for you to direct message me on LinkedIn, and I will make sure to get you over my calendar schedule so that we can get you scheduled for it. I'm only offering this for the summer. And so this is a great opportunity to be able to really kind of understand what construction AI can do for you. So I hope you have a great day.